Welcome to News Trending Channel, your go-to source for the latest stories capturing global attention. I'm delighted to have you join me on this exciting exploration of the most talked about topics around the world. Together, we'll dive deep into the trends that are shaping our present and influencing our future. Thank you for choosing to be a part of this journey, and let's uncover the most captivating stories together. Stay tuned for an exhilarating ride through the currents of today's trends. Tourists encountered a charging elephant. The intense, adrenaline-fueled moment took place in the heart of a vast African savanna. The sky, a canvas of fiery oranges and somber purples, bore witness to the impending danger. The acrid smell of dust filled the air, mingled with the stark fear radiating from the tourists. Their hearts pounded like war drums in their chests as they attempted to flee. The ground beneath their feet felt unstable, as if in sync with the chaos that surrounded them. Each second brought them closer to the monstrous beast, making the air around them denser with terror. Frantic calls, desperate prayers, and the thunderous noise of the elephant's charge filled the air. The tourist's guide urged them to remain calm whilst navigating through the thin maze of trees, their only shield from the colossal creature. The primal instinct of survival took over. Their bodies moved in a frantic dance of escape, their minds focusing solely on the thought of living another day. It was a narrow escape. The grandeur of African lions was suddenly up close and personal as they tactically encircled a safari vehicle, their amber eyes gleaming under the sun. The tourists inside, who were initially thrilled to see the king of the jungle, found themselves panic-stricken, their hearts pounding in their chests like a war drum. Every breath they took was filled with fear, cameras abandoned as adrenaline kicked in. The real raw power of the wild was on full display in the most terrifying way possible. And then, just when the tension seemed unbearable, rescue arrived, much to their palpable relief. In the vast African savanna, the day started much like any other for our safari guide. He was a man of many years' experience, a seasoned guide who had seen it all. His knowledge of the wildlife was outstanding. He could read the animals like an open book. However, even the most experienced can make mistakes. One fine day, he misjudged the behavior of a rather large rhinoceros. The rhinoceros, usually a calm creature, seemed unusually restless that day. Its massive body twitched with tension, its tiny eyes swiveled in apprehension. The guide unfortunately overlooked these telltale signs. Suddenly, without any apparent provocation, the rhino charged, barreling down on the vehicle with a terrifying force. The vehicle, ill-equipped to deal with such an onslaught, was grievously damaged, its metal body dented and twisted. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. It is 100% free to subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon, like, comment, and share with others. This way, you'll stay updated whenever I release new contents. Also motivates me to look for more contents to put you updated. Thanks. Let's move on. Masai Mara National Reserve, Kenya. A safari group encountered a territorial hippopotamus. The day had been scorching, and the sun began to set as they ventured deeper into unknown territories. They were in search of adventure and new experiences, but little did they know, a remarkable yet terrifying encounter was about to unfold. A colossal hippopotamus was resting lazily near the shore, unsuspectingly territorial and unforgiving. The sight was breathtaking for a moment before the realization sank in. With a sudden rush of adrenaline, the group was caught in a heart-pounding pursuit against one of nature's most formidable creatures. The hippopotamus, feeling threatened, charged towards the boat with an unrestrained force, causing a wave of panic to surge through the group. The boat rocked dangerously, barely holding against the might of the beast. It was a frantic and terror-filled moment that seemed to stretch into eternity. The pursuit finally ended, but not without consequence. Concluding with a damaged boat, the group was left with a story they would never forget. As the sun kissed the horizon, an unfortunate event unfolded in the heart of the wilderness. A safari boat, filled with adventure-seeking souls, found itself in an unexpected predicament. The boat, once swift and agile in the expanse of the water, was now stuck. On this day, the usually serene river had turned treacherous. Unforeseen ripples of waves had seized their vessel, setting them off course, trapping them amidst the river's wrath. Panic set in. Hearts raced and fear filled the eyes of the brave adventurers. They were stranded, isolated in the unforgiving wilderness, their safety hanging by a thread. As the minutes turned into hours, their desperate cries for help echoed through the dense woods, bouncing back unanswered. The once chirping birds and rustling leaves were now ominously silent, as if the very nature was holding its breath, witnessing their plight. The situation was dire. They needed help, and fast. And then, as if answering their prayers, a glimmer of hope appeared in the horizon. A rescue plan was conceived, not from the skies, not from the land, but from the river itself. The only possible way to reach the stranded boat was through another boat. The rescue mission was set in motion. After all, when you're in the wilderness, sometimes rescue is only possible via another boat. A charging buffalo surprised a safari group. The unexpected emergence of the wild buffalo, with its furrowed brow and snorting breath, caught the group off guard. They had been immersing themselves in the serene beauty of the wilderness, their senses filled with the aroma of the wild flora, the whisper of the wind through the trees, the distant calls of exotic birds. All of that tranquility was abruptly shattered. The calm of their safari journey was replaced by a rush of adrenaline, their eyes wide with fear as they found themselves scrambling in a desperate dash for safety. The peaceful tour turned into a chaotic retreat to safety. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. It is 100% free to subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon, like, comment and share with others. This way, you'll stay updated whenever I release new contents. Also motivates me to look for more contents to put you updated. Thanks, let's move on. A safari vehicle broke down among lions, creating a situation soaked in intense, palpable fear. The air grew heavy, thick with dread. Nearby, the predators prowled, their eyes reflecting the sunset's fiery glow. Their presence added an eerie, unsettling layer to an already critical situation. The tension was unbearable. It felt like a nightmare. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The immensity of danger was overwhelming. Yet, amidst the rising terror, there was a glimmer of hope. Seemingly from the ether, rescue arrived. Tourists found themselves in a challenging circumstance, confronted with an unanticipated encounter with an aggressive elephant herd. The air was saturated with anticipation as the tourists stood their ground, silent and vigilant. Suddenly, an orchestra of sounds filled the scene as elephants began to trumpet loudly. This cacophony echoed around the surroundings, reverberating off the nearby trees, instilling a sense of dread in the hearts of the tourists. The sounds were unmistakably a warning. Retreat needed. Their adrenaline surged, pushing them to act, to retreat, to survive. During an expedition in the African savannah under the scorching sun, a seasoned safari guide unexpectedly crossed paths with a majestic, towering elephant. The guide, with years of experience under his belt, was no stranger to encounters of this nature. However, this was unlike any other. A sudden, tense standoff ensued, creating a palpable atmosphere brimming with apprehension. The guide, alert and vigilant, locked eyes with the creature. The air was electric, almost as if time had stopped. The elephant, unfazed and stoic, stood its ground, its daunting presence imposing a sense of respect and fear simultaneously. The guide's heartbeat echoed in his ears, each second feeling like an eternity as they remained locked in this silent confrontation. Suddenly, in a dramatic twist, the elephant lunged forward, its colossal weight impacting the vehicle. A startling collision. The vehicle, helpless under the elephant's strength, bore the brunt of the attack, resulting in a visibly damaged state. The scene, once serene, had transformed into a testament of nature's raw power. A damaged vehicle. It was an ordinary day when suddenly, a formidable crocodile approached a safari boat. This unexpected encounter disrupted the usual calm of the serene water bodies, setting a very different tone for the day's adventure. The tourists, who had been casually chatting and enjoying the picturesque landscape, were snapped out of their tranquil reverie. With wide-eyed astonishment, they found themselves drawn to the spectacle unfolding before their eyes. The air was thick with a mix of fear and awe. It was a raw, pulsating moment that would forever etch in their memories. As the adrenaline pulsed through their veins, the tourists collectively erupted in a gasp of fear, the sound echoing in the stillness around them. As if feeling the wave of surprise and trepidation, the massive reptile sauntered off, gracefully returning to the depths, leaving behind a trail of ripples. The reptile swam away. A safari vehicle got stuck in the mud. It was a typical day in the African wilderness, but the unexpected had occurred. The wheels of the sturdy Land Rover spun helplessly, digging deeper into the soggy earth. Panicked tourists sat huddled together in the vehicle, their heart rates escalating with each passing second. The wild's unseen dangers lurked just beyond their grasp. The tall grass rustled ominously as shadows flickered in the distance. They clung onto the hope of being found, their eyes scanning the horizon in desperation. The deafening silence of the wild was broken only by the sounds of their labored breathing. Staring out into the unknown, they prayed for safety. Their hearts pounded in their chests as they yearned for imminent rescue. Tourists unexpectedly encountered poachers in the heart of the wildlife reserve. It was an ordinary day, calm and quiet, when a group of sightseers found themselves face to face with menacing poachers. These are the men and women who threaten the sanctuary's most precious inhabitants. The tourists were left frozen, hearts pounding with fear, their cherished safari turning into a nightmare. Just as the situation seemed to worsen, the rangers appeared, like knights of the wild. Quick as lightning, their actions were swift, precise and decisive. With utmost urgency and daring bravery, the rangers swiftly evacuated the tourists from the chilling scene. Okay, don't be scared. Your safety is our priority. The wildlife officers are in full control. That's it. Please, again please, subscribe to my channel. I invite you to do so. It's absolutely free. Don't forget to click the bell icon to receive notifications and stay updated whenever I release new content. Please consider giving it a thumbs up to show your support. Your feedback is valuable, so feel free to leave a comment below, sharing your thoughts or any questions you may have, and share this video with others who may find it helpful. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate your continued support.